And welcome back. Now, if you're looking for gifts this time of year, the best gifts, the gadgets during this holiday season, you know we get down to the last minute. We start worrying about what are we going to get? Who are we going to get it for? Am I getting my gifts covered? Well, I want to help you out today because we've got you covered. Join us now with his top picks, his lifestyle editor, Mike Bako. And Mike, we welcome you to the show and good to have you. And for all of us, we know this time of year is kind of like frenzied. We're trying to get the last minute gifts in order. But help us out here. What should a person know if they're down to the last minute and trying to figure this out?
Okay, so if you're coming down to the last minute and you're trying to find things out or figure out what you want to get for people, you don't have to overthink it. So many people this time of year, what do they want to do? They want to be outdoors. They maybe want to go to Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. They want to go see the Rockettes. They want to be out at this ice skating rink. But they also want to come back home at the end of that day and watch some Netflix, watch some college football, or watch the Knicks. And what you want to do is you want to be cozy. So whether you're indoors or outdoors, one of my go-tos is right here, Bedshore's wearable blanket hoodies. They're the perfect gift for families for enjoying a cozy night at home. Certainly a great way to spend time with your loved ones. Available in multiple sizes, colors, materials, and they even have matching family sets. These hooded blankets keep you and your family snugly and warm, and the super soft Bedshore wearable blanket hoodie has over 4,000 ratings and is available on Bedshore store on Amazon. Great offering there at this time of year, 50% off at the holidays. And certainly you may be thinking about this for you and your family. We also want to be thinking about crowd-pleasing stocking stuffers. So let's start with the basics when it comes to that. Duluth's Buck Naked underwear is an absolute must. They're available for both men and for women. They come in a 3-pack set in a limited edition festive pattern set that you see there. Buck Naked is a customer favorite because it's no stink, no pinch, no sweat wear. And the famous underwear has received over 20,000 5-star reviews. And since you need something to layer over your underwear, Duluth Trading's free swinging flannels, you see them there, are an elevated spin on an American classic. They're available for men and for women, as well as for kids in 15 different patterns and colors. So there's certainly a match for everyone, no matter what your personal style is.
Well, you got us hooked up there. Let me take it from this perspective. A lot of parents right now are struggling simply because they're not technologically relevant. They just don't know. And they know their child wants a gift. They know they want to please their child during this time of year, but yet still technology, not there. So walk us through. If I'm a parent, I need to make some wise technological choices. What am I doing?
Okay, so if you're a parent, obviously what you're thinking about is, okay, what do I want to get my child? What are they ready for? What sort of platform are they going to be playing it on? Are they going to be on a PC, on an iPad, on a console, anything like that? So you want to kind of figure out what's the experience level needed for your child to participate in one of these games that you may be thinking about getting for them? Also, is it age appropriate? So now one way to do that, one of the things that I'm going to be doing with my boys is thinking about what they watch on TV. I really feel comfortable with them watching shows like Bluey and Paw Patrol, but they also want video games this time of year. So why not combine the two? Outright Games certainly did that. And we've got Bluey the game as well as Paw Patrol. So they're two recently released kids video games, both available now on all consoles and PCs. Let's start with Bluey the video game. Kids can become immersed in the world of Bluey in this interactive adventure game that faithfully recreates the iconic locations from the show. You see some of that there. Comes in 4-player couch co-op mode, so it's perfect for the entire family. And let's not forget everyone's favorite pups, as they've returned in the open world adventure game Paw Patrol World. Explore Adventure Bay. Every parent knows what that's about. In this 2-player couch co-op mode game, it's Outright Games' biggest Paw Patrol game yet. So much fun for the kids, so much fun for the entire family if they want to get together and play. But certainly a game, you don't have to be a big technology buff. You don't have to necessarily worry about violence or too much action. These are both really great games that not only your kids can play, but also the entire family can play.
Mike, you talked about being a technology buff, and we know a lot of people are not technology buffs, but when it comes to shopping, they also have this aversion. Don't want to be in the mall, don't want to have to worry about these long lines. These are things that so many people think about, but technology is becoming more and more efficient now for parents and also, consumers to be able to do their shopping.
Yeah, certainly. You're one click away from buying virtually anything. So certainly, if you're on your phone or on your computer and you don't want to go out to the store or you don't want to price shop, you could certainly do so much of that online. So even if you're at a very baseline level of technology expertise, you could go on a website and you could sort of figure out what you may want. One of the great advantages of buying things on a website is you could possibly get items that are not in stock in the store. Certainly this time of year, if you go into the Macy's or you go into a mall somewhere, you're not necessarily sure, A, how big of a crowd level you're going to experience, but also what they have in that store. So certainly going on a website, being able to click and buy small, medium, large, whatever the size is, you could do that and know that it's going to come to you at a very specific time period. But when you think about technology, one of the things that I've found and what I advise people to do this year is if you're interested in a particular item, find out the brand's website. Oftentimes on the brand's website, you could get a bigger discount than what you would get if you went to an Amazon or one of the other ways to buy it online. So that's one of the things when you think about when it comes to using technology. One of the other things, you want to be careful with this, but there's also buy now, pay later options that have become increasingly available on a lot of the websites where you're doing purchasing. What that basically means is you put in some financial information, you get approved, and you're able to pay in installments. So it's different ways to use technology this time of year for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate the tips because they're really helpful. I think people can really delve and dive in, get the help that they need because this has become more and more complex as the years go on. I mean, we think about it before, it used to be very easy. It's very complex. And so when I'm thinking about gift giving, we all are still there. I don't want to give the same gifts as everybody else does. I want to possibly go out of the box. What do you recommend?
Okay, so if you want to go out of the box and if you've got an outdoor adventure person in your life or even a thrill seeker of any skill level, you want to turn to Polaris. They're the global leader in power sports. So they're making outdoor recreational vehicles. Check out a lot of what you're going to see here. Side-by-sides, motor vehicles, ATVs, snowmobiles, slingshots, pontoon boats. They allow people to explore and enjoy the outdoors for both play and for work. And they have this amazing international network of over 220 Polaris outdoor adventure outfitters. So they have these offer these memorable riding experiences. So no matter what your skill level is, you don't even have to have your own a vehicle to do this. And even in New York, you could go to New York ATV tours in Whitehall, New York. So a little bit of a day trip to be able to go out there, but you can experience so many of these great outdoor adventures. So if you're really looking to have that bang of a present or a gift, that's one of the items that you're able to do. So there's certainly things that you need to know about the person. Do they want to do the outdoor thing? Do they want to have this sort of immersive experience? Polaris is great for that, but you have to know the person that you're buying this for. Or if you just want to put them outside of their comfort level, that's one of the things that you're able to do. So it's for the outdoor adventure seeker, for the thrill seeker, but also for someone who's looking to do something that's a little bit outside the box and a great gift idea. You're really thinking about the person if you're doing that.
You know what, Mike? I was 30 seconds away from getting a slingshot. I really was this summer. I was 30 seconds away from getting a slingshot. I ended up getting a Can-Am Spider, but that's my story. But you're absolutely right. Out-of-the-box gifts work tremendously well for some people. Last question before we go. For somebody who needs that information and wants to find out more information on how to make this a whole lot more easier, what do I do?
So you really want to check out any of the websites here. I've got one more item to stay connected. It's Metro by T-Mobile. Here in the New York area, there's a lot of different neighborhood Metro by T-Mobile centers. There's over 6,000 nationwide. But right now, what you want to do is if you want to join Metro by T-Mobile, you're able to do it. Discounted rates if you bring over your number. They have America's largest 5G network, offering free phones if you bring over your number. So a lot of great options there. You can check out all these brands and their websites or to my Instagram account at Mike Bako.
Mike, it's been great talking to you. Thanks for the tips and the much-needed advice. I think you made Christmas a little bit easier for somebody on the other side. So thanks a lot.
I hope so. Thanks for having me.
All righty. Well, now, again, if you want more information, go ahead and visit his Instagram, I should say, at Mike Bako. And there you can get the tips and what you need. We encourage you don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Open coming up right after this.